switching. We wish we were in Paris right now. And as usual, we have the same old gang with you today. We're going to be dealing with the highs, the lows, and the what the fucks of French Open this past week. And as usual, I'm going the all in which I see it here. There's no special order, people, so don't read any psychology into it. It's just always arranged on my prompter. First, we have Andre Nazar from Solely Tennis Travel. And Janina.
Hello.
And Bridge Feeder Spin. Karen, are you with us?
Oh, I'm still here.
Okay.
Hi, people.
She's the lush of the group, so we always have to check in with her, okay? She's the lush. Plus, I don't know if the French Open has gone so well for her this past week, so we have to keep an eye on Karen. So,
do we really have to revisit Venus so early?
Oh Lord, yeah.
I wasn't gonna touch Venus just yet. I was actually, say, I guess we should start off with our surprises and disappointments. So let's start with surprise on well, since we're on Venus, we might as well stick on Venus for a little minute, and get her out of the way. What are we surprised? What do we have to say about, Venus early exit by Sloane Stephens?
It's the way how she went away in the second set.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't torture myself. I decided to scoreboard that shit. I was not gonna let Venus set me up, and fuck with my emotions so early on a Sunday. It was somebody's Sabbath, and I tried to, keep it right with Tennis Jesus. And
I'm disappointed, not because she lost, but because I think at this stage in Venus's career, we think about the legacy of our favorites, and we want them to do well in the later, in the twilight of their careers, according to her sister. When you get into the twilight of your career, and I wish she would enter events that play to her strengths rather than believe that she has some kind of obligation to play every single tournament. These losses, tennis is a confidence game. And if you continuously lose matches in the way how Venus has been losing matches, after a while, I'm sure it dwells on your mind. Am I good enough to compete? Am I still good enough to still be doing this sport? And 2 years ago, she did say, I'm still very good at tennis. But 2 years later, I'm wondering, does Venus think that she's still very good at tennis? And it was important to me that she actually skipped the press conference, because I think that loss will affect her confidence moving forward in the way how she wants to approach the twilight of her career. Not turning up to a press conference, I think, just to avoid, the inevitable questions about retirement and, what happened out there, etc., etc. For someone of Venus's stature, it can't be anything but, less than, it sucks to sit in front of people and to go over what happened in a first round loss to someone, yes, Sloane is talented, but, let's get real here. Sloane hasn't even been to a tour final, much more to even in the same sentence as Venus Williams. So yes, I was quite disappointed at her performance this year during this clay season. I'm with Janina, who said on Twitter, or was it Andreen, who said, skip the clay season. You don't owe the tour or the ITF or anybody any obligation to continue to play these fucking long, grueling matches. Go to grass, go to your strengths. Vulture these Birmingham and Hirschenbach or whatever the hell it's called, and, conserve your strength for Wimbledon. You're a 5-time champion there. Even if you get outside court assignment, play to your strengths. And, that's what I have to say, to Venus. Are we going to be doing the women first?
Well,
because if we are,
wait.
blow my, I need a whistle.
No, but wait, listen, because I know whose bandwagon you're gonna go rip apart right now, and you can't get no. Just this, I have to hear what Andreen and Genie has to say about Venus before I let you get on to me. I wouldn't call her name just yet, but I know who you're going after. I know whose wig you have your hands ready to snatch.
A teacher.
Well, okay, yes, we're all Venus fans. I have to say I'm not as angry with the loss as I expected to be. I think I was more surprised by the way that Sloane won. Now I know, obviously Sloane cannot compete with whatever resume Venus has. Clearly, that's not to me. That's not even really the point at this juncture. What I think really maybe kind of sad and maybe challenging for a Venus fan is to see the way Venus was really well handled by Sloane. Like, I mean, it's fine if it was a difficult first round for her to have, right? And it's not one of those situations where you could have counted on maybe the usual sort of going away by Sloane, but Sloane was 100% committed in that match, and she played patient clay court tennis. And
I beat the sister, I beat the other one. You know what? I can't.
But no, it has nothing. You know what? No, I'm not even going to go down that road. You know what? Because I was pleasantly surprised by Sloane's performance. I liked it. I was happy to see her get to that place. I hope she can stay as engaged when she encounters other people besides the Williams sisters. But I just so that was it was a weird match to watch because I was both disappointed by what was happening with Venus and just kind of like, wow. Sloane has, her defense in that match was ridiculous. Like, Venus had no answer. I mean, like, at the end of the day, and you know what, she couldn't because she didn't have any prep because she lost early the last tournament as well. So, with Azarenka. So, I mean, she's been somewhat unlucky with her draw. She never had a chance to actually work her way into any of the clay court matches. That was unfortunate. So that was my sense. I think, bully for her for skipping her press conference. When I found out how much they actually charge her, I was thinking, why don't more people do that?
Yeah, it didn't seem to be all that significant for someone who's a millionaire.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to work for the, the journeyman, but then again, very few of those press conferences go anywhere anyway. So, but for the stars,
don't get into those press conferences.
Exactly.
But meet us, the journeymen are like the scrubs in the wages. Like, can you meet us at the door? Your national press conference guy has something to talk to you about. Your national people. As a matter of fact, they got your number. They'll call you. So, bye, girl.
Yeah. So, I mean, I just want to finish up by saying I think it was also a little bit of a time warp, too, because it was also a real reckoning to the fact that Venus is getting older. We all know it, but sometimes it can slap you in the face because of the way she was well handled by a maturing Sloane. Do you know what I mean? It just didn't. She had no way to sort of get herself into that match because Sloane didn't allow it, and that was a little bit off-putting.
Well, I mean, from what I saw, the highlights and
the low lights, maybe
the low lights and the score line, and afterwards, it's like Venus, she had chances. But not like huge chances.
No.
I know she made the and Sloane just didn't allow her to be like. She had to take the opportunities when she had it, and she couldn't muck around. And,
she got smothered.
Good for Sloane to get her life together, and she's actually in the second week. And I think this is the most. I think this is the most she's won matches, 3 matches in a row for the year.
Really.
She's in the 4th round. She's in the round of 16. So good for her. She meets Serena. I certainly, I didn't give a shit about the press conference. I think she was right because they were gonna ask about retirement and they were gonna talk about you've been a black player and all kind of stupid bullshit questions. And I'm just like, Venus was just like, I ain't got time for this bullshit. I'm a grown fucking woman. You know what I mean? And I don't have time for this shit. When y'all gonna come ask some real serious questions that we haven't discussed and talked about, then y'all could hit me up on Twitter or some shit like that. Otherwise, you know what? I'm just gonna go take an ice bath and fuck this shit. Wimbledon bus, Kiki, let's get on this Wimbledon train and get the fuck out of here. Janina, you have anything to say about Venus? Because I know she broke your heart.
I didn't watch it. I wasn't able to watch it. I was working. I don't even think I got to really look at the scores. I don't know. I was happy that she skipped the press conference. Not even so much as because I don't know that I really felt like she just didn't want to answer all the same old questions. I just felt like it was a big fuck you to everybody, and I like that. So, hey, go Venus. Moving on.
As always, Venus, you know what? You get, you know, as always, you know, there's very little you can do wrong for reals, you know, so you get a... And they could tell them, take that $3,000 out of your $40-something thousand for that first wrong appearance. You know what? You're good. So
I was surprised too that it wasn't more than that, because that doesn't seem like a very significant amount of money at all.
Well, maybe she get a senior citizen discount. I don't know.
Stop it.
I was like, wow, $3,000. You know what? Fuck it. If I were a top player, I'd be like, I never go to press conference and let the people say whatever shit they want to say in the back, because sometimes when I've read the press conference, the transcript, it's bullshit, stupid questions. It's just like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, are we really talking about me, or you're trying to fill in on some bullshit story you're gonna write afterwards? You're trying to find some quote for that shit. But you know what? Going on. So, Karen, I guess you can talk about the ladies who just really pissed you off this first week.
You know, I have no words for Simona.
I really do. I have a few.
I do. They're mostly adjectives, but you know what?
You know, this is a family program.
It is? Oh shit! I'm fucked.
Janina's raunchy family, apparently.
Family that is, but you know.
But I mean, seriously, what the hell is going on?
I told you.
What's going on? I mean, come on now.
Simona Googled it and she found she has no shit, no fucks to give. Zero to give. She doesn't care.
You know what? She said, what did she say? She said, I mean, I saw her post afterwards, and she was saying she just never got her legs in this clay season. She never felt very comfortable. She never felt comfortable. She never felt like she was in it. And you know what? I mean, in a weird way, it's a little bit like Venus to me, too. It's like they lost early, and it just felt like the clay season was like 2 weeks for them. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm done. I got out of here too fast. I never built anything up. And you know, this is it's almost in contrast to what happened the last time. Remember, Karen? Remember everyone last year? Pova came in winning Stuttgart as normal, right? And then, but everyone who went far in Stuttgart, nothing has happened to them since. Like, it's the weirdest thing this year. It's like, and who had disappointing runs at the various other things, other slams, they have recouped themselves at Roland Garros, and the others are just like gone, like Carlos Suarez Navarro. I mean,
it's like we said earlier.
You know, it's like
we said the clay court season is a grueling season, and it's so many matches and long and hard that you have to conserve your energy.
Yeah, you have to, and because the tour is getting older, the players are getting older. They just don't have that, you know.
You gotta pick your spots.
You have to pick your spots
now. Because Serena came in 2013 and 2012-11. She was winning everything. She was going to Charleston, Rome, Madrid. She was on green.
Serena was hungry.
She was, and then. Maybe that just got to the like, you know, fuck, I can't be doing this shit. I'm too old for this shit. It's too much.
It is grueling because, I mean, even us as fans.
You're tired.
Yeah, you get tired. I mean, after Madrid, you're like, Jesus, do I really need to get up early for this match again?
To go watch Rome.
Well, and I saw
Rome. It is. It
and
is.
I saw Simona posted on Facebook that she was home with her family. And I don't know. I just feel like, you know, I think that, you know, she was probably a little mentally drained too, I guess, because she just looked like she was so happy to be with her family. It was like, oh, I'm happy to be out of Paris.
Well, what else you got?
Well, you know what? But you know what? She looked it. She looked it. You know, I think it's the same thing with Petra. She was happy to take 6 weeks break from the tour, and now, you know, I mean, it's like, listen, it's a grind, and we have a problem with clay because it's such a long slog. I can't imagine that they don't have the same freaking slog going on, and it's been quite helpful for people to skip tournaments or lose early. This year, for the most part, that seems to have been the best benefit. Like Novak skipping Madrid. I think gives them a lot of, and and even Serena pulling out. I mean, I just think it's like, okay, I'm up now,
Right,
Other
because
people
I
who
mean,
were,
exactly. Who went like Serena laughed at Dinara ages ago and said, she won Madrid. It's like, what does that mean?
Madrid and Rome. But
Shade.
what's telling to me from I've been, trying to read the press conference transcripts, and one of the things that was telling to me was Serena's comment after her win over Azarenka, where she said, "I needed to win that match."
of course,
And I'm trying to think to myself, why?
because
she's still bossing Sasha around. That's why.
yeah, because you know what? Because realistically, Azarenka should have won their last encounter. There was no Azarenka choked that last encounter away.
However it was.
Yeah, I mean that was a thank you for the DFs. It's all good. And I mean, I think Mary Carrillo. I know she's a gossipy queen, but I love her for her gossiping, not for anything else. But she was right. She's like, listen, Sasha can give you all of Serena's tells. She can tell you where she likes to serve, how she likes to do it, what's her mood on the side of the court. You basically have intelligence and access, which is why sometimes now I feel like Azarenka has getting her hands on all of Serena's ball. She's in her return games. That took her a while to figure out. That's having someone who used to be this person's hitting partner giving you all the tells. I think that's why it's an important match. It's like because many of their matches have been close. Yes, she might not have always had match points, but they have been tussles.
But to me, those matches have always been like, it's been Serena. It's never. I mean.
No, don't.
I mean, in reality, Azarenka competes with Serena.
Well, of course they compete.
They compete well, but there is a point in all of their matches where Serena is just like, I'm gonna shut this shit down. I'm over this shit now. And then Serena, it's a one-sided conversation. Azarenka has nothing to say or do.
No, and I don't think that's true at all. How do you say that when she could have easily won that match?
But you see, that's always the outcome.
But you see,
no, you can't say someone could have won a match and then say, well, it was all of us on Serena's racket. Sometimes the person
when Vika and Serena play, it always boils down to she should have won that match.
But Serena, and this is the thing
she
too,
imploded.
That Azarenka always has the
times.
This has happened.
I mean, it has nothing to do with the 60. I mean, I know everybody likes to think that Serena. It's always about Serena.
No,
but in this moment, Azarenka choked those matches. She choked these two matches.
But Azarenka has
Serena's not at 100%. You win when Serena's not at 100%. We all admit that, right? If Serena's 100% on her game, it's rare to find a match. But when you've got Serena at 60 or 70, that's your time to pounce. That has nothing to do with Serena. That has to do with you.
This is the same Azarenka that in 2010, Azarenka almost beat Serena, was up 4-love in the second set in Melbourne. Then we have the same Azarenka.
And she did it in Cincinnati when Serena was not 100%. What I'm saying is, if you are ready to go toe-to-toe with a champion, you can say that Serena at 100% has no rival. That's clear. But when Serena is not serving well, not moving well, and you cannot take advantage of that, that has more to do with you than it has to do with Serena.
But my point is that there is a point, like, for example, in this last third-round match, and the same thing that happened in Melbourne, it's 2010, and it happened at the US Open, where there's a point where she fights back. Azarenka is on the ascendancy. And then there's a point where it's just like, Azarenka is nowhere to be seen because Serena is just all over the shit. Like, she lost 6 straight games after being up 2-love.
I mean, she that's what I'm saying. That was Azarenka choking, because Azarenka was up 2-love, and I don't even want her to blame the end of the second set, because you know what? You regroup nicely, and you got yourself the early break. But what always happens, you end up into struggle zone with your serve. And
the other thing, the struggle zone is the problem that this Serene return has just started getting clean. Serena's hitting hard and deep, and
she
then
moved
there's
better.
nothing
She was moving better in the third set. But that's what I'm saying. You got someone playing at 60 in sets 1 and 2. You finish the job. You don't wait for someone to get into their groove and is now at 90.
But my thing is just that why is it that she's having difficulty where Serena shows up? Serena gives us so many looks in so many of these matches.
Well, a lot of it is probably history. The bottom line is you're right. She has been in this situation 11 billion other times, and she can't fucking pull it off. So she knows when she walks out on court, she might be in that situation again. She hasn't pulled it off before, so why is today going to be any different? It's this whole big mental battle, and then that just helps her choke a little bit more.
I think it's going to be more problematic next time around because she's never lost 6 straight games in a row. So
well, Serena makes people do lots of things that they don't typically do.
But look at this. They showed that match about 4 times last night.
Yes, they did. They showed it every hour.
I saw it twice today.
I'm sorry, but I have to disagree with Andreen. I think Serena elevated her game.
I thought she did too, but I didn't get to see the whole match.
After she held for 2-1. It was lights out for Azarenka. You could see it.
Right. No, but what? But listen,
Andreen
is saying. This is what I hear Andreen saying. Serena didn't play to her full potential for the first 2 sets, and then she turned it up. So Azarenka should have recognized that Serena wasn't fully there, and that's when you got to pounce. It's too late once Serena gets into her game, and she turned it up.
Which is different from calling it that Vika choke, because Vika didn't choke. The match was taken out of her hands.
No,
that's a different thing.
I think she got herself. A choke happened in Madrid, and then she allowed herself to lose the game mentally in the second set.
Madrid,
she lost her stupid way in the second set.
To me, yesterday in Paris was no different from the Azarenka that I've seen played Serena in US Open 2012, 2013, and Melbourne in 2010. Like, this is the same Azarenka who all of a sudden would come out lights out tennis, and then pretty soon after it's good night Azarenka. She's just like nowhere. She doesn't have anything to say. And I think Serena wants to win this match because to me now I think when she faces Azarenka again, it's not gonna be this much struggle for her anymore. She's gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna handle it.
Yeah. You know what? No, it's gonna continue to be.
No, I think she's gonna handle it.
She's not gonna beat Azarenka 6-1, 6-1. It's not gonna happen.
No, I don't think that's gonna happen.
No, it's not gonna happen because you know what? Of any of the ones that she can actually play against, Azarenka does engage in a battle. Whether she'll win, probably not, because she'll her best. Well, Azarenka is not at her best. She's not at her best. But her best never has trumped Serena's best. So that's clear. But what I'm talking about is what happens when people are not at their best and what you can do. I mean, what's the explanation for Petra? We know that Petra at her best and Serena at her best is an interesting tussle. But you know what? The difference between Petra and Vika is that if Serena's having an off day, Petra will take full advantage, and she did. She's like, thank you very much. You're not serving so well. Thanks. I mean, like,
I bet you're getting this done in 2. I ain't got to stick around.
I'm gonna snatch this match from you before you figure out whether you want to win it.
Exactly.
Enter another zone. That's what I'm saying about Vika. Like, my thing with Vika is when someone's not at their best, you as a champion snatch the freaking match.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, snatch it out of their hands and don't sit around and cry later about it.
Well, I think it's going to be a long time before Vika beats Serena again because I really do think that she's going to do everything in her power to keep Sasha in his place.
Well, now she has extra incentive. It's like how Serena gets up to beat Maria. I think she now gets up to beat.
Well, this is why I'm saying that with this 6-love, this 6 straight game, and then she got bagels. I think next time Serena sees Vika, she's gonna be like, we're not even playing this shit anymore. It's gonna be Serena Nada from the first ball.
Well, you know what? I would love to see it, but I don't think it's happening.
I don't think so. I don't think that's gonna happen.
But anyway,
what the hell? What happened to Caroline? Wasn't she supposed to do well here?
Wozniacki or
I told you she was gonna be home early. Y'all need to listen to me.
That was really early.
First of all, I'm so happy because that dress was fugly. Like,
Oh my God, it was
never
horrible.
saw it.
It
Well,
was
I
like-
mean, wait.
Be happy.
Did she return to playing non-clay court tennis? Is that
I don't know what
happened
the hell she
now?
did, but she lost and she looked stupid.
well,
I didn't see the match, but I'm not surprised that Gerges took her.
Girls was just like, I'm not fucking. Girls was just like, you know what? First of
But
all,
she was sick. She's sneezing, blowing her nose, and all this shit.
yeah. Trust me.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Let's not even forget I am ultimately falling on my own freaking sword, y'all. And you guys have the
Your
right
first
to,
round match that was supposed to win the whole tournament?
you have the right to smack me upside my head for thinking that Caroline Garcia would go anywhere. That was my big
Yeah, she lost. Didn't she lose in the first round?
that was my big
The French
point.
Federation.
I was an idiot for doing that.
They don't listen to me. French Federation needs to listen to me. When you have French players, those bitches need to play on court 17. No Philippe Chatrier. They can't deal with the pressure. No Chatrier, no Long. All the women and men need to go in the back. Put them in the back. No pressure because they choke. They choke so badly. You only put them on long when they're both two French people playing. So you're guaranteed one of them is going to go to the next round. Caroline Garcia let Dana Vekic just bitch smash her for no reason at all. Just smash all over the place. I mean, it was ridiculous. Caroline Garcia was
been MIA since when? The last time I saw her play was all the way back in Birmingham.
Is that the last time you saw Caroline Garcia?
Birmingham, Alabama, Birmingham, England.
Oh, Dana Vekic. Yeah, Dana Vekic. Well, I mean,
Can't even get herself out of qualifying tournament.
That's what I'm saying.
well, she had a nice run, right? I mean, I expected Caroline to handle her like Anna Ivanovic handled her. Anna gave her what, 3 games?
3 games.
Ugh.
As a matter of fact, Caroline Garcia was handling Dana Vekic like how Anna handled her. But Caroline Garcia had no. Then she's like, you know what? I don't want to win anymore. It was errors of disgusting magnitude.
Well, did
She
you
wasn't
guys
even playing doubles? She was trying to go for the ball, kid. She was missing wide, long, playing net ball. I was just like, sometimes the crowd is just like, Carl, what? Like, you missed that?
Did you see her post? I mean, she was crying.
Who was crying?
Caroline, she cried. She requested not to be on Chatrier. They put her on there. I mean,
she
she's the stage fright person. She's the one. She's like Mauresmo. You know how the opposite of the boys, which is why I said that quote a while on my Twitter feed about how the one thing you can say about Monfils and Tsonga is that they like the limelight, because her thing was she didn't want to be there. She wanted to quietly get her business done. See, this is what I don't understand. Why do country federations screw their players like that? They did the exact same thing to Sloane when they put her on a main stage when she started to have a little bit of breakout at the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
Well, why do they do that? Like, put them on the Armstrong or the small court off to the side
what I'm telling
until
you.
they're forced to
17.
get to the big one.
17. We need a map to get there. Let the
A helicopter, like what JJ says.
Exactly.
Yeah, like if someone asks, if your player requests that, why would you go against that request?
They're stupid. They think they know better.
I
Bottom line.
think it's all about trying to get the attention. I'm just like, look, we have seen Caroline Garcia in her many forms. We don't need anything new. She only gets a main stroke when she gets to the second week.
Yes.
And even then, try to put it on rain and be like, I'm so sorry, can't put it on the main court. Because I'm telling you, haven't they learned? I'm telling you, the last French person to win a French woman was Mary Pierce. And was she really French? Let me tell you, they just kind of handle that pressure.
I mean, put Alizé Cornet up there. She loves all the attention. She's not getting very far. She doesn't listen. She's not getting very far. So just let her have the limelight in her moment. But Caroline had a real shot. She had a good draw.
Alizé Cornet be acting like if somehow, you see, I keep saying, she be acting like if somehow everyone in the world, she's delusional. I swear to God, this girl is delusional. She's never been out of the fourth round of a major, and somehow she be acting like if she is the queen supreme.
She is. She's the French number one. She's the French number one. She's the number one in her country. Yes.
29?
She's the French #1, so she is the queen in her own country.
But who else is there, really?
Not only giving her the side eye, bitch. We like, girl, now. Girl.
Yeah, bring Bertoli back.
That's what I'm saying. She's out there going down on the ground because she win a third round match. I'm just like,
okay,
girl, you got out of the third round.
How the fuck is Franny gonna play her ass off, beat our dark horse?
No.
And then go away.
I'm done.
I'm mad about it.
You know what? You should have
got so many chances to serve out that match and failed spectacularly.
At one point, I thought it was a joke. I thought it was really on purpose. I was like, this cannot be real. There was some awesome points here, but no, seriously, they put it on a. This is tickets. This can't be real. Spent herself for the match like 5 times.
But you know what?
Really?
That's what she does. Saying, when people were telling me, "Oh my God, it was a fabulous match," I was like, "A fabulous match that's going to get the winner to nowhere." Because how many times do you have these? I mean, you know me. I love a great, long, drawn-out match. But that's when you're playing 2 people who have no shot. But Kuznetsova had a real shot of going deep. So you don't want to get trapped in some 5-hour match.
She was pressed. She was pressed more than your doorbell. I'm telling you, she was mad. So she was just like, how the fuck did this girl be? Because you know what? Franny knew. The only motivation Franny had was that 3rd round check. That's it.
It's been a while. She hasn't done anything, so she's probably, she's probably feeling the damage in her pocketbooks. But I'm pissed at her, Franny. I'm breaking up with you.
Now you
because I don't. Like, who did she even lose to in the next round? Who the hell was that?
Begu.
She lost to Mitu.
Who's Mitu?
And Mitu's still around, so
Mitu's still around.
Mitu's taking all her chances. You go, Mitu.
I'm done.
What was that?
He's going for that second week check.
Yeah.
He's gonna get it.
That's probably like the most money she will have made.
This is the whole year money.
Well, I guess that also falls in line with the fall of Genie Bouchard as well.
Whatever.
Continues.
But she don't need the money. She don't need the money.
No, she never needs money because she's pretty, so she'll never need to play again, and she'll still have plenty of money because she's extremely marketable.
Kiki Mladenovic, who will give you so many chances. I mean, I don't even know what to say about Genie because Christina was up 5-love and almost threw out with the second set, and Genie still couldn't handle that. Anyway, the coach Samsung said they're getting ready for next year, so I think that's what that's all about. She is a hot mess.
Yeah.
She needs to take a 6-week break. In essence, she has been having like breaks.
You know what? Maybe she and Nick Kyrgios can go on vacation together and do the damn thing and come back and, whatever.
Well, I guess if you mentioned Nick.
She said it out loud.
Oh my God, I wish people could see my mouth open. I want to say so many things, but I'm like,
well, he actually said that no, he wouldn't. I wouldn't be so crass as to use the thing he did, but he mentioned that he doesn't shit where he eats.
Oh my God, he did.
Yeah, he said that. He
had lots to say.
Yeah,
he's very entertaining.
Oh, not at all. Not at all.
Funny was that everybody was like, Nick, we don't need to know about your sex life, but yeah, everybody was making pop.
I know, everyone was talking about it. Listen, if he is going to spill the beans, I will.
I'm listening.
I'll listen.
I am listening. I love it.
He basically implied that the tours are like a fuck fest.
I'm sure. And this is the secret everybody wants to keep from all of us fans who can't imagine all these athletes in the tip-top physical conditions and what they're doing with each other on the tour.
I want to sleep in half of these people, so what the fuck? I don't even get opportunity. What about those who really have opportunity?
Right?
They're
getting it on.
There's so many premier events are happening. That's why they're happening together now.
That's why they all get sick at the same time.
Mono! The kissing disease.
And they all get colds at the same time. And stomach flus because the tournament food's bad.
As it's kept. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all right. Let's talk about the men.
On the men's side, disappointment. Well, you didn't disappoint me, but you know what? Gregor Dimitrov, bye, boy. Get out.
But you know, I think more time to prepare for the grass. He's got more points to defend there anyway.
And he will not defend it because you know
I don't
what?
know.
Because this is what, as Karen pointed, the confidence game. Everybody see you struggling. You think some scrub is gonna see you in the first round and be like, I'm not gonna try to get that second round check? Get the fuck out of here.
Well, given that Jack Sock is still around, I guess maybe maybe it wasn't such a bad loss.
Was that?
I give him a chance against Nadal.
Jack Sock?
Yeah.
Y'all been reading that press release too much.
No, I haven't read anything.
I agree.
But it's what we talked about before about the young guys being fearless. If he has a shot, that's what's going to give it to him. But you know what? Fuck
The
Nadal.
only shot Jock.
All of a sudden, he looks fresh and brand new.
I'm telling you.
Whatever. What the fuck ever, Rafa.
What did I tell you? French Federation.
You know what?
Nadal get it.
Let's talk about it. Mr. Brand fucking new.
Nadal got Nicolas Almagro. Pigeon #1.
I am so mad at Alexander. Because that was Nadal hasn't even had a fucking test yet, thank you very much.
And he won't.
The tennis gods just smiled on him and everything opened up.
No, they have to go talk about my back, my groin, my crotch break.
Yeah. You know what? I ain't even on it.
He's gonna put an asterisk in the quarterfinal. Is Nole even healthy enough to compete with Nadal? And Nadal coming out looking like Avatar. He's just like, I'm fucking with y'all minds, bitches. I'm telling you.
Well, you know, I mean, I have seen a lot of stats about how Sock should match up nicely against Nadal. I mean, you know, listen, I'm not saying it's not going to be a long match. It'll be a long 3-setter, maybe 3 hours.
A 3-setter. Yeah, with an hour and a half of that of Rafa picking his fucking butt.
But I mean, it's going to be close. He might not lose 6-1, 6-1, 6-1, but he'll lose 7-5, 7-6. You know what I mean?
The only time Jack Sock is gonna have
one of the things that I noticed in Jack Sock, Jack Sock really has no backhand, which is the bane of American male players.
Because America has branded itself with the American tennis is a big serve
and a forehand.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Good things about having a big serve and a forehand is being able to run around your weakness and hit to your strengths.
Yeah.
And Clay, for whatever reason, has allowed Jack Sock to do that.
Yep.
I saw his match when he won in Houston this year. And every single, it doesn't matter how many times you hit that ball to that deuce court to his backhand side. Jack Sock was running around. He was sometimes all the way in the stand.
Well, you know, so I told you that match.
And the good thing is that even when you open up the court to the point where he's all the way over on the backhand side, hitting forehands a la Ivanovic, he was able to slide across to the outside to hit inside out forehands and down the line winners. So he has improved his fitness and he has improved his court sense to the point where his backhand, negligible as it is not a weakness to the point where he can't hit it. You know, I mean.
Well, he has a problem tomorrow. He's playing on Susan Longmore, and that is in a lunchbox. If he was on Chatrier, he has a chance.
No, but it's also a little bit. It's a little bit wet. It's a little bit faster over there. And the atmosphere should be helpful for him. I mean, I think the thing is,
he's a big guy. He can handle that.
He's got a two-hand. I mean, the one thing that since he is used to running around that backhand, he'll be used to running around in all the awkward positions that Nadal puts him in. I mean, that's what you end up having to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And also there's a kind of a bit of a retriever to Jack Sock as well. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, he's always willing to grind. So I think if he's up for it and he's well rested, I think he can have he'll have a fine time. I don't think
it could be interesting. He might even get a set.
Listen, I would love it. I would love it if Jack Sock became the next Robin Soderling. Who wouldn't? I mean, that would be a wonderful achievement.
Well, you know,
but
I'm mad because it wasn't supposed to be this way.
Oh, honey,
I
you
told
knew
ya.
it was. We
I
knew
checked
it
it.
was
I
when
told
we
y'all
when we
it
when
was
we all
Spaniard
met
that
in
draw.
Madrid.
I've
When we
read
met
this
in
book
Madrid.
before.
Yes, we knew how. Didn't we all say that suddenly he was going to show up? His serve's going to have more pop. His forehand's going to have more pop. He's going to be running around like a jackrabbit. So
let's talk about somebody who's quietly shown up. Tsonga. First of all, let's talk about the way. Can we talk about how he
Can we
looks?
talk about the fact that Chilich is in the round of 16? And Chilich has won
No.
9 major
we don't talk about
matches
Chilich.
in a row.
No, he's not real.
We don't talk
he's
about
a
Chilich.
Am I the only one that thinks Tsonga has, like, I don't know, like, he's
What?
gigundous?
I think it's because you're seeing more of his thighs.
No, look at his
Those are
chest.
some really
Like,
nice
he's
thighs.
got some serious pecs going on that were not there. His ass is even bigger, as if that was possible.
Well, he is happy.
His legs, yes, his shorts are shorter, but he's bigger. Like, what the fuck's he been doing?
Well, didn't he say he had a new routine that was taking he was going to take shape sometime during the spring because he was injured. So
huge.
maybe now.
Well, which is crazy because he weighs 200 pounds already, which is big for a tennis.
But maybe now it's all muscle as opposed to fat from before.
I don't think he was all so fat.
I mean, he wasn't fat, but I think he was always a sort of a big guy, but not
Listen,
known to be
I
very
haven't
muscle.
Big guy.
I haven't seen. Yeah, he's a big guy. Anyways, he's always been bigger than your traditional tennis player physique, and I think that a lot of that is just his genetic makeup. I'll leave it at that. No, not baby fat, but isn't he?
I don't believe in it.
Isn't he half black?
Yeah. But but I think and also, you know what? Whatever he's doing, he's moving better on
his
the court.
father is a big. Actually, his father is a big guy, and his brother is a martial arts taekwondo. So they're pretty solid, muscular. They're very big, muscular people.
Well, I turned my TV on today, and I was like, what the fuck? He is huge. I just was like, he is so big. He is so much bigger than the last time I seen him.
Really said, Janina? Why didn't you tell us what you really said?
I'm just asking, did anybody else notice how fucking big he is, and now he's just powering through everybody? Whatever, you know what? Frenchie boy, get your title. It ain't gonna happen, but hey, go for it.
Berdych, I'm just gonna give you
I'm so... What the fuck was that? What was that?
I mean, talk about...
It was like he hasn't played a match all year and just remembered, oh, I got to show up today.
He struggled all through the tournament. He struggled against a Japanese qualifier. I'm just like, what the fuck?
I don't know. He's had such a good year. He's played so well. I expected more. I really didn't have any expectations for this match as far as a winner, but I thought it could be tight. I didn't think that Tsonga was just going to steamroll him.
I'm not disappointed at that result.
I'm not disappointed insofar as to say that, I'm mad he lost.
It was 1-1-1.
But I was just like, you could have done better than, you could have been in a 5-setter. You could have done better, Toma.
He could have taken a set.
My problem with the whole thing was, if you were going to just lose in 4, then lose in 3, because then we would have probably finished the Fed Monfils match.
Right?
Delaying it another half. I mean, I know you have no control over that, but if you're going to go mental midget on me, a break in the 4th set and not claim the 4th set and force a 5th, then what was the point of any of that fight back? Although I will say that something was really quite off about Thomas Berdych. Like, I mean... All
tournament long for me.
No, I think
he was probably across the net staring at Tsonga going, man, that motherfucker got big.
He looked like he wasn't ready. Maybe that's true. He looked like he wasn't ready today at all. Like, I thought that, the first 3 rounds, he was trying to find his game and he's ready, but he should have still looking same old sloppy person that played. He lost a set to Benoit Paire. You can't see my.
I mean, anyone could lose a set to Benoit Paire because that's as much focus as he'll have for a match. A really good set. So you know what I mean? Like,
was a little bit more talented and a little bit more consistent, it would have gone to 6 set. Trust me, Benoit was fighting throughout the entire match. He was really.
And he probably ate a cheeseburger on the changeover. So
maybe Tomas is paying a little bit of a price for his consistency. Plus, you know what? Clay's never been his grip. Clay's never been his best surface. Maybe, and he's clearly having like a back thing. So losing early now will probably set him up nicely to take out Federer at Wimbledon.
Stop it!
Normal.
Stop it!
You're not good mouth. That mouth of yours when it comes to the men. Say whatever you want to say about the women, but don't be saying some shit like that. Take it back. I rebuke you in the name of tennis Jesus. Take it back. Take it back, Andre. Take it back.
I'll take it back. I'll try,
Yeah.
but you know how that works.
So, man, save this shit for deep down. He's out twice in a major, okay? You grab his ass. Better leave Federer the fuck alone to get his number 19. Okay?
So for all the chit chatter about all the young guns, the only one left is Jack Sock.
Mm-hmm.
He's about to get handed a
these young guns
lesson.
are shooting blanks. They're shooting blanks.
Why are you so negative? I think he has a chance.
Why?
No.
Janina said he's gonna get his ass handled.
He is.
I'm putting my faith in my. I
don't know though. You know what? Maybe I can see it, Karen, because Jack Sock is a cocky little motherfucker.
Yes, he is.
He might just come out there and win a set.
You see, you all are not fair.
But you know what?
I told you. If this was Rafa 2 weeks ago, he could win this match, but this ain't Rafa 2 weeks ago.
Okay, exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
let's concede to this point though. Maybe all the things that Jack Sock has suffered and his renewed love of tennis has sent him into this zone so that he can take Nadal out at the French and will forever be known as the second guy to do that. Right? Listen.
Did you want me to lead the prayer? All right. In all seriousness, I think Jack Sock can trouble Nadal. I don't think that he'll win.
Well, if they put Carlos Bernardes up in there, I'm sure something.
Hey, that's a good idea.
But I'll wait. I'll wait on that. We'll wait on that.
I'm telling you, I have some people who I don't want to umpire anymore. Carlos Newton cannot umpire Vika matches anymore. And you, Allison Hughes, Connie got your number. She's talking to the WTA. Stole a point from her. Connie looked me straight in the eye and stole a point from me? No. Connie went around in the changeover and went to the line.
How come? I give up.
But I think we're gonna round that section off by saying that Jack Sock clearly has emerged as the one with the biggest dick in that section of the draw.
Well, is he still dating Sloane?
No, oh my God, what?
Because he's got to be something special to handle that bitch.
Oh my God.
We need a sponsor. Okay? We need a family.
Oh my God! All right, I was just trying to round that section out about the young guns, and
sorry.
I was just letting you know that here clearly he's the one that's slinging the biggest because he got through all of them, and now he's going to go up against the one with the supposedly the biggest dick on tour. So we'll see how it. No, not really. Okay. I was just teasing. But I mean, for Clay, you know, if you're gonna.
We're talking about a bigger than
metaphorically speaking.
Really?
Please, get it together over there.
We're all talking metaphors.
Okay. Just checking.
Look, you're the one telling me people are shooting blanks. I go with your metaphor, and then you drop it. So,
okay. All right. I wasn't thinking dirty then, but apparently you were.
So we're gonna find, but you know what? The good thing about it is the best young person has emerged to face the champion. So that in itself is a good narrative for us to end the week, the first week, I assume. So that's good.
I mean, I was happy with his level of play. I thought he was consistent from the beginning. He was very focused. He wasn't sloppy. When he lost sets, he lost it because the other player was playing tremendously at that point, and he handled all the composure because my number two Pablo didn't. Pablo wanted that third round money, but Jock was like, no, fucker, you say it being a scrub, and Jock played really well.
So
I'm
what
happy.
is supposedly going on with Novak?
I don't care.
Crotch?
What's
No.
what's this injury rumor?
Look,
I mean, I don't know. It looked like he was getting a massage. Usually groin
On what?
injuries
it
on his
looked
groin,
like
on his
was-
groin area.
His wife should probably handle that.
Well, the tournament person was handling it just fine out there. And then he got up and was fine.
I know people are gonna get mad at me for saying this, but I'm just putting it out there. Okay, I don't care the Nole stands. You can come for me. Twitter, tennis fan. Nothing is wrong with Nole. He's doing this shit all the time. He always has some injury when the going get tough. So all of a sudden he see Vidal, and Vidal looking like a smurf is playing excellent tennis.
Has
He's
he
like,
even dropped a set?
Nope.
Nope.
You know what? Fuck him. Moving on.
I told you people.
I mean, no,
Vidal
I could
cannot beat
if
a
you
Nicolas
wanted me-
Almagro. I
if
mean,
you
what else
wanted
do you
me-
need?
If you wanted me to believe the struggle was real, you needed to at least drop one set. So I'm assuming the one set will be tomorrow. Is that what we're gonna do? We're gonna drop
Who's
one
he
set.
playing? To Gasquet?
No, no, the sock. The sock.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nadal? Okay. So, yeah, all right.
Oh well, maybe everyone will drop a set tomorrow.
Well, let's just hope Federer doesn't drop any more sets.
Thank you.
Yeah, Fed's dropped his set tonight, so it's time for.
You know who's playing really well, and maybe it's a matter of I don't even know who he's playing because, like, again, I haven't seen much of the French Open. I just gotta check the results at the end of the day. But Stan seems to be playing pretty
You know
well.
why? Because freaking Steve Johnson decided he was going to go on a little bit of a run, get rid of GGL, and then did nothing, leaving that side of the draw perfectly nice
Is that
and
what has
open
happened? Okay.
for Stan to
Steve-
emerge.
Steve Johnson, when you face Stanley, Steve Johnson was just like, I don't know this kind of tennis. I don't know that I had to really play tennis. I just thought I could look cute and, pop up, flex a bicep. I didn't know that people stay in rallies and they're doing slices and, he wasn't ready.
He wasn't ready.
It was an upgrade.
ready.
It was a massive upgrade. So basically, as a result, we lost GGL, who might have actually given Stan a little bit of a workout. And we were forced to have Steve Johnson, and then poor Simone, who traditionally I think would have given
What the
Stan
hell
trouble.
was that? Was he sick?
No, it was
He'd been
heavy.
kissing
No,
what's
heavy.
her face?
Heavy
He's
conditions.
married.
No, the heavy.
I know he
conditions-
is.
No, the heavy conditions for today really suited Stan because Stan is stronger. So
Yeah.
he could hit through the heaviness of the
Simone
court.
looked like a little bitch out there, and I expected that to be a good match. I was really disappointed. That's not even
I
watching.
think if it was dry and a little hotter, I think Simone could have really grinded Stan down a little bit, at least maybe 4 sets. But with it being so cold and the conditions were perfect for Stan.
And so Nishikori, who supposedly at the beginning had a very potential tough road,
as easy as pie, baby.
he is
And that's what he
cruising.
needs. That's what he needs because this fucker can't put in a whole 7 rounds. He can't.
So who is he due to meet up with?
Stronger.
Tsonga.
Well, whatever.
It is conceivable. It is conceivable that you could get if our man is eliminated, you could get a Tsonga versus Monfils semifinals in that section of the draw.
I don't think Monfils would be that interested in such an event. I don't think he would be.
But you know what? The thing about it, this is. Can we have a Fed fan moment right now? Is that Fed gets through Monfils, his next opponent is Stan. All right.
Oh, Lord.
Now let's all talk about the feeling that we will have seeing Stan, who's well rested now because he'll have an extra day of rest because he got through his match without any problems.
Mm-hmm.
Facing Federer on his favorite surface. Let's all deal with this imagery in our minds.
Well, you know what? I'm
Okay?
actually fine with it.
Let's take a moment.
I'm okay with it. But you know what I'm pissed off about? It was like the commentators on TV were saying, you know, if Federer can close this out today in straight sets, then he only has 3 more matches, you know, theoretically speaking, to play to the end with lots of rest in between, and then this shit happens.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It's a mess.
Yeah,
It's
I don't
a
think
mess. I'm more concerned about that than Stan.
Well, I
think Stan has a harder time playing Federer than Federer has playing him emotionally.
But at this juncture, though, it's about the. I wouldn't have minded if Fed got through Monfils quickly, and then we would have all been raring to go. But Stan is younger than Federer. He's now going to be more rested. And, you know, I mean, we all know Stan needs that Federer win. He needs it.
Well, he needs it. And didn't he win the last time they played? So he got it. So he can move on.
No,
Well,
he lost.
He beat Federer semi recently, didn't he?
No,
Like
but
a year?
He beat him
Yeah,
in the
It's been a year?
Yeah, but beating him in a slam at the French when he has an easy draw in people's minds, that's a powerful drug, okay?
Well, it is, but I really don't think it's going to happen. I don't know. I just don't.
my thing is that if Federer wins, you know, just it's gonna be a struggle, and then he's gonna show up in the final if he gets there.
With no legs.
No leg.
Like,
And you know, Diva, that was gonna be motherfucker triple bagel. I might put a breadstick in it to keep it cute. I might put a bagel sandwich, that bagel, those 2 bagels set with a breadstick.
I don't know. Maybe Jack will take Rafa out tomorrow. Because here's the thing: if Rafa and Novak meet up, and Rafa loses, big what if? But what if he does? Then you know what? He goes into his presser and he says this. Oh, Novak, he's #1 player in the world. No. I lose to best player in the world. No, it's okay. I don't win all the time like I used to win all the time. I don't want to hear that story. I don't fucking want to hear it.
It's you guys who make me talk about these things. I just go out and play. I was struggling. I wasn't here for 6 months. I don't understand that question. No.
So what exactly do you guys want?
I want Federer. I just want Federer.
No, I don't. You know,
I want anybody but Nadal.
Novak. I'm just gonna say it. Novak.
I'm fine with Novak winning the French Open.
I think the draw just screwed us really, because what we have now, I mean, the only person who's fresh enough on this side of the draw is K or Stan. So basically, I might have to suck it up and have Stan go against K in the semifinals for the right to beat down whomever is on the other side.
Federer is still fresh. We're not going to say he's not fresh until the outcome of this match, because it could. Don't you? I hear you. It's going to go. I'm not 100% convinced that it's going 5.
I'm not convinced it's going 5, but the other issue is, I mean, we all know that moment when Federer's game clicks. Just like how I really believe that Serena's game finally clicked in this week. I mean, I think in the 3rd set in the Azarenka match, Serena finally started playing the way she can play. Her movement was better.
Those 2 ladies were not playing clinical tennis, but it was a hard court match.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? She clicked in. I feel like Serena finally entered the space where she was in the tournament. You know, she's been struggling a bit. She's doing well, but she clicked in. Federer has not clicked into a game yet. It is not. I mean, he's had some competent competition, but he's not in that space where you're going like, whoa, this dude is doing something. He's not at that level. I mean, it pains me to say that, but Federer is not at the level I feel like he needs to be to turn this into something where he can have a deep run to the final. I'm not seeing it. Maybe I'll see it tomorrow, but I haven't seen it. And,
yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen him play until today. So
what do you all think? For people who've seen him,
listen to me. I love me some.
It has been a bit hit or miss,
right? It's like
I love me some Federer, but I just know that he just. I mean, it's gonna pain my heart, but he just doesn't have the legs. It needs a miracle for him to survive 7 rounds.
Stop! He does not need a miracle. Oh my God!
It does to him.
Do not be a fair weather fan.
No, we're not fair weather fans.
I'm not being realistic. Look,
we want him to be there, but
Nole knows that Federer can play with him at the best of the best. Like, he knows his best competition is Federer. But he knows something else as well. He just has to wait. Because Nole just gets Federer in the last set. Federer has to get in and out. He has to be straight. Federer can't monkey around. He cannot monkey around.
And that's the thing, is Federer has to be efficient for the next couple matches. And I have a feeling that we're going to have the same bullshit that we had in the World Tour Finals, where Stan is going to break Federer's back, because that's what Stan likes to do. And we're going to have a knockdown drag-out fight that's going to leave them done and dusted
Stanley, you need to go home
for whatever semis we're going to get. So there we
Donna
go.
needs your help, Stanley. Donna needs your help.
So that's
I already know that I won't be watching the final song.
My problem is that I don't even mind if Monfils beats Federer, but I just know when Monfils gets to the quarterfinal, he's going to be like, I have 0 fucks to give.
Yeah,
it's just kind of about...
I would, it would be nice. It would be nice if he could get his legs, because I think Monfils would have a shot against Stan.
But we don't need him to...
Monfils has a shot against every single person he plays.
I don't need
whether or not he wants to win.
Long matches, some quarterfinal matches, so you have a nice run at French Open. Monfils, if you're in it, you're in it to win it, okay? Not some fuck with your staff. Other than that, you need to go home now. If you're not going to win this tournament, go home right now.
Well, because let's be honest, how funny would it be if Novak ended up in a final against a French player? I don't know what the hell he would do with himself.
Oh my God, he would probably need Xanax on court because he wouldn't be able to handle the boos from the crowd.
Well, he should hope for Tsonga, because Tsonga is bitching and crying that the fans don't support me.
They will if he's in a final against Novak.
But Tsonga would have to get through K, and I can't quite imagine Tsonga having enough skills in the baseline rallies, really, to avoid the K machine. I feel like K could easily...
Well, he may just muscle his way right through K.
I don't
saying.
That's true. I mean, K does have the ability to play absolute crap tennis, so...
K looked really good today.
You look really good today, because you had him down for 5 struggle sets, and I thought
Gabashvili would have been able to use his, his tennis coaching tips.
Oh my Lord, let's be honest, Connor's don't have coaching tips. I can't take Connor serious ever since.
I would take him seriously after 9 o'clock with a couple bottles of wine and whatnot.
I got elephant memory. Connor and I ain't friends like that. We don't.
Oh my gosh. So what are we looking forward to in week 2? Anything? I'm done.
You're done with tennis?
I don't know. I wanted
different.
So much more. There was some opportunity there on paper, and it didn't materialize.
It will always be
never does.
I'm really glad that Muguruza is into week 2.
Yeah, that's very nice.
That's very good. I had no idea that she would have been able to, especially because she pulled out of Rome with a bum shoulder. Kerber, ugh.
Is she still around?
No, she's gone.
By Muguruza.
She gave away that match. Just like, hey Gabby, girl, here's a free match. Here you go.
No, you know what? Maybe Panetta's going to pull through and whoop everybody's ass.
Okay, what do we think about the idea? Will Lucie take advantage of the fact that Sharapova is not 100%? Again, my question. If the person that is your nemesis is not 100%, what do you do?
You fucking pounce. That's what you're supposed to do. Can we get her on the air? Sharapova, hello?
Somebody call her. I think I have her number.
Yeah, call her up. We need to give her some pointers. I don't know. You know what? I used to love Sharapova. I used to be such a huge fan of Sharapova. And not that I'm not anymore, but she's getting on my nerves.
Sharapova cried a little bit at the end of the Stosur match. And do you know why she cried? She cried in gratitude because Sam Stosur was completely unaware that Sharapova was so puffy-headed. Sharapova was she was actually not feeling as well as when she first started. You know that period when you think you're getting better, but you're actually worse?
Yeah.
She was expecting to lose that match. And Sam Stosur went
had
into
no
the match.
interest. She was just like, like, no, I'm not, what? Like,
Put a note under Stosur's room door. She called her coach, her hitting partner, her partner, everybody in Stosur's team, her agent, everybody, and said, listen, I'm not feeling so well, so I'm not going to put up much of a fight. And
Yes.
Stosur basically, everybody lost the message.
I mean, Stosur, it was so clear to me. She broke that first game, and I was like, Maria, it's cold out there. She was sniffling. The wind was getting to her serve. But Stosur was like, hey, it's unstoppable Maria. She was in a zone again. She did not
that's what
pay
I'm trying to
attention
tell
to that.
It never comes off to me as a mature person. It's just like, it's just a mental midget. Every time I see Stosur, I just think a mental midget. Like, you're not taking advantage of these opportunities. That's why it was really rare to see that that's to tell you how big Serena imploded. Like, Stosur was beatable, and yet she was in the zone. Like for that one moment.
When you get to bed at 3 o'clock, the next morning, it takes its toll.
She
12 hours sleep.
Yeah, she sniffed out, but she didn't sniff out her opportunities in this one. She could have. She had her shot.
Lucie, get it done, girl.
Well, I mean, you know what's so funny? Do you think Garbiñe is going to get through Pineda?
No.
Yes.
I don't know. I think Flavia is one of those people who, she knows that she's at the end of her career, and she actually does savor the moments when she does well, and she finds a way. It's going to be tough. I think it's going to be tough. I don't know that she'll win, but I think she knows how to take advantage of her moments.
I think it's up to Garbine, though. I think it's in Garbine's hand.
I'm with Reels on this.
But I haven't seen neither one of them play again.
I saw her play Garbine.
You're going by history. Svitolina, oh Lord, thank God Svitolina got that done. I mean, I think, honest to goodness, I feel like Svitolina and Anna are perfectly set up to have struggle tennis for about 4 hours.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, what is Anna even doing there? She doesn't belong there.
That's what I'm saying. Makarova, Makarova is one upset. Every major, Makarova is one upset.
It's so dumb.
Apparently it was Vesnina. But anyway, so...
Apparently so. That's what I realized.
We got Marin Cilic and David Ferrer tomorrow. You know what? Ferrer better not fuck around. He better not fuck around and go 5 sets. Because he has a cakewalk draw. And if he loses to Cilic, that's illegal.
I can't quite see Ferrer losing to Cilic, but you never know.
I don't even want him to struggle.
I'm not even going to say this, but I see Cilic winning this in 4.
Stop it.
Well, I mean, if he brings out the magical forehand and serve that suddenly appeared at the U.S. Open,
no.
Winning it in 4 is Cilic.
So do you think Chardy succeeded in getting Andy Murray off of his game enough by
saying? What did he say?
With his little press conference beefs, I was really upset when Andy Murray beat me and then withdrew in Rome.
Oh. Yeah. You know what, Jeremy? You're cute and all, but you ain't winning.
I don't think the crowd cares. I mean, can Andy tell when the crowd is booing or not? I mean, isn't that
he's too busy listening to the 4 or 5 voices in his own heads and paying attention.
Oh my God! Like he and Kyrgios.
I'm so mad that I didn't get to see that madness. They were both in chatty, crazy moods, and I missed it.
It was like it was a mental asylum. We were watching a mental asylum match.
I am so pissed. I need highlights.
I knew that was gonna happen. Those two are catties.
But you need to look the second round. Kyrgios' first round match was a hot fucking mess. He was, I mean, I've never seen this shit before. I mean, like, he's like screaming, "Can you go make the Powerade for me?" What kind of thing? I mean, and then the umpire comes down, and then she is like trying to, he drinks a Pepsi on court. A Pepsi.
You know what?
After his idol Monfils. But no, I mean, it's hilarious.
He then tells he says no, stop bleeding, and she comes down. do you want a towel? She gets down out of her chair. Do you want a towel? And he was like, no, it's good. He's like, I have to call a physio. He said, it's good. I got to call a physio. Then here, take this towel. I was like, but if you want to suck his dick, wait till after the match, girl. Like, it was ridiculous. And he spent basically the whole match arguing about some stupid call. If it were Rafa or Federer, this would have been out.
Oh Lord.
Girl, you're up a break. You are up a break. It was crazy.
I'm looking forward to the rowdy raucous boys that are going to be on tour once everybody goes away.
It's going to be fun.
So we've got Petra versus Tamia.
I'm not interested.
Oh wise time.
It could be a good one.
Could be a good, it's like a good power tennis.
You know what? I can't.
Tamia beat Petra earlier this year, no?
Yeah.
Listen, I can't stand the Petra bark.
That's your. I
can't stand it. I can't.
I mean, I had to actually see that there was a word involved. I always thought that she was backing. I'm not even trying to be shady here. I always thought it was a back. I'm just like, why is this girl backing on?
It drives me nuts. I usually have to turn her off because, I like to watch her live because what people sometimes don't understand is it's much louder on TV because there are mics all over the court. So it comes off a little bit louder. I can handle her watching her live because it's not as loud, but I don't know, maybe she just needs a new word. I understand that she's yelling a come on in whatever language it is. I don't know, but I can't stand it, so I'm not interested in that.
It's really worse than the people, than the ones that they talk about, the women who grunting.
Yeah, I mean the grunting is fine, but it's like
because there's a rhythm that's established with the grunting, so that you almost don't notice it. But it's like a and it comes out of nowhere. And usually after the
it's
point,
so random. It's like she has Tourette's. I don't know. Whatever.
Give me my soothing grunters. I like that.
Yeah.
That rhythmic. I like the rhythmic grunting. I'm okay with that.
You know who I don't? Who is like a major grunter, but it's so rhythmic is Franny. Aki! 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 I don't mind it at all. I don't mind it because it's the same.
It's the same all the time.
You know what? When my son was a baby, before he could even talk, and we'd be watching tennis, I kid you not, he would be like, Aki! But then you've got this, what the fuck? I don't know, whatever.
This is what I love about it. We accept the grunting happens, and then we have a discussion about the grunts we prefer.
Right? Yeah.
No, I mean,
I like Serena's grunt.
Who's grunt? Serena was grunting a lot in that second and third set.
I like when she grunts when she's playing really good tennis.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very controlled. And I like when Maria's getting beat and she don't grunt because it's like, what?
I will say Maria's grunt this week has been hilarious.
Oh my god, it's like a dog.
Strangled puppy. Strangled puppy. I was like, what the heck
What happened to Maria's voice?
You guys, is this really happening? I know it's all my fault, but it's happening.
You know what? We need to talk about the grunting. We need to talk about the gruntings that we like.
I love. You know what?
It's so bad. I love the grunting so much. A match where none of the players grunt. I'm like, this has no excitement to it.
You add your own grunt. Sometimes I added my own. I was like,
oh man, that's bad.
I like how the grunting has two parts. The grunting has the part before you hit the ball. There's a take back grunt. It's like a they grunt for a ball. I'm like,
I have to admit to liking Vika's grunt.
It's very owl-like.
I like when they miss a shot because you can tell from the sound.
Right?
You can tell that the other player knows
changes
exactly.
the moment, the ball. hits the racket and it's off, the grunt totally changes.
I'm delighted by that grunt. We all
Yeah.
have agreed that Petra's grunt doesn't work. She needs to develop a better one.
Oh,
I mean, that's not even.
swear to
It's
God.
not even a grunt. You can't call that a grunt.
It's
A
not.
It
month.
doesn't even happen during.
It's not a respectable grunt. Find a new grunt.
I kept wondering.
You know what?
Why are
You
no
should go.
commentators saying that this girl is backing like a dog and no one is talking about it? This is crazy.
He needs to
And
go
then
grunt
we saw that
shopping and bra shopping at the same time. I will take her for both.
You know what? You know who has a good... I mean, I think she has a good grunt sometimes. Irani has a good grunt.
No.
You don't like her?
I think she's whiny.
These Italian people, it's like
Hey, party over here.
You know, there's some people. Well, you know, I'll tell you, and maybe this is just. I can't even say it. Never mind.
But you know, this is how we're talking about the women grunting. We don't talk
I
about
was
them.
gonna bring up the men.
There's a couple. I like Federer's grunt, which is non-existent, but it's the breathing, the heavy breathing.
I get nervous when Federer starts grunting because he doesn't do it enough, so I
I
feel like
know.
something's really off. And I'm like,
Something's
oh
off.
shit,
Usually
why is he
it's like
grunting? This is
heavy
bad. Like, this is really, really bad. Lopez, I feel like I know how Feliciano sounds when he's doing the damn thing. And maybe it's just because everything about him oozes sex. I don't know, but I feel like his is very
But
sexy.
you know what's very interesting is that this is one of the reasons why people get upset with women grunting. It's because of this idea that they think this is how they look and sound in bed.
No, I don't think that's true for everyone, though. I'm just saying
not for
some
everyone.
people,
But
it
I don't
just
think it's
sounds
true for everyone, but it's right. But it's the general idea as to why they're trying to, talk about why grunting is tennis. It's only about the women. It's not about the men.
Oh, when my husband realized that I had a tennis addiction and I was watching it on TV all the time when it first started, years and years ago, he came in one time and he thought I was watching porn because all he could hear was the rice.
Do you remember they did it? They did a French Open ad like that. Remember?
No.
It was the best ad. I have to find it, Reels, and link to it. But it was like, basically, there was a TV on and the window was open, and it's all the ladies grunting. And then you zoom in on the TV screen, the French Open coming up in 2 weeks.
Oh my
You know, there was ages
It was
ago.
so decadent. It was great.
There was a thing that I saw once, and they had a 100-meter dash for women, and they focused on the face. And the commentator said, "I defy you to tell me the difference when they're having sex. Tell me if you want to see the face only. If it's that." And I was just like, it's true.
Oh, I love it. This was
It's just kind of,
discussion of grunting.
but what else do we have to talk about? Do we want to talk about Umpire Gate? Do we want to talk about Security?
I'm done.
Security. You know what though? I will say this about this. In general. Because this is my pet peeve about Umpire Gate and Security People Gate. Is that, you know what? When I understand fandoms are very divided. I get that. Because I was called a hater this week, and I'm not a fan.
I was told I was biased.
Well, whatever. I'm not a fan of calling me a hater. Let me preface it by saying it's clear who I do not like. However, I have the ability to be thoughtful and give you an argument about why I think something is wrong or right, even if I don't like the person. I'm not one of those people. So when you throw hater into the mix, I simply dismiss your argument right then and there.
I tell them I'm a hater, but I hate judiciously.
So I think for me, the Umpire Gate and Security People Gate is one of my biggest pet peeves about the way serious issues are handled in tennis.
Mm-hmm.
Because the way they characterize it as, Federer was complaining about that's
no.
Why would
he needs to feel safe?
But so then everyone made it about Federer, just like they made the Umpire Gate about Nadal. And so if you didn't agree with it, then you hated Nadal. If you agreed with it, then you were a Nadal fan. These things it was emblematic of a certain player, but it's about a larger issue. And that is my biggest pet peeve. Even the serious journalists who write for bigger papers characterize it casually. And I was like, this is not a casual issue. The tournament has, not the tournament, but tennis has a history of people running out and doing horrible things to someone on stage. Why would you think that it's appropriate then to dismiss it as, oh, Federer just wants more security? That's dumb. That's
he didn't even want security. He just wanted the people who were there doing
to pay attention.
Doing security, okay?
Yeah. Well, and he said it perfectly. This is where we come to work. This is how we do our job. We need to feel safe.
And he said it's not about.
After that, I see a video being played of Nole out amongst the ball kids jumping and down.
Like an idiot.
I'm so approachable. I'm here doing jumping jacks with the ball.
With the ball kids.
But the ball kids was not the security problem.
No, but you know the association was Federer is aloof and wanting people to be surrounding him. Meanwhile, Novak is a man of the people. You know the BS narrative.
Yeah.
Which is why I thought it was
that PR stunt was all.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. This is, I mean, to me that was, I mean, and back in 2009, the man ran on court
and touched Federer.
And was pulling his head down, rubbing his head.
Yeah.
And the security had a problem catching the man.
Yeah. Yeah, that was bad. That was really, really bad.
Joke.
Yeah, there's like fat fuckers. If you
and didn't someone run on court with like a sparkler or something somewhere?
A flare.
Yeah.
2013.
That stuff is dangerous. I mean, hello, let's not forget that somebody got stabbed on court.
But you bring that up and everyone thinks that you have no sense of humor. I'm like, no, honey, this is a dangerous world now. This is where we live. These are all safety issues. So that was my thing. The security question was handled poorly by every single media person of note. Then the second thing is Umpire Gate. Umpire Gate it's shady as shit. Okay, it's shady as shit when an umpire does their job well and gets penalized. I don't give a shit. We're taking breaks. But you know what? This is part of the culture of tennis, where sometimes tennis refuses to take itself seriously, and therefore other people refuse to take it seriously. If you don't think that there's something that looks strange about a player requesting an umpire stepping down, even if an umpire also has that ability to say, I don't want to work with a certain player, I don't give a shit. It's not okay. Who supervises the umpire? That's that person's job to go out and say, you know what, you did a shitty job umpiring. I'm not putting you on these 2 matches anymore. That's the role. Why does a player get to decide any of those things? And why does an umpire even get to decide any of these things? I don't understand that.
But this is my other issue, that they couldn't say, like, they weren't saying that what he did was wrong. I heard some bullshit about, Nadal sweats the most on tour. Motherfucker, he's an athlete. If he's sweating too much, maybe you should try a different sport. Maybe you should go swim. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he's too hot. Like, what the hell?
But you know what? It had even nothing to
crazy.
do with
It's
that.
like, if this is a disability, then you need to get a wheelchair card and come on court.
Listen, it's like the same people who wanted to convince me that Treatsky had a needle phobia. I was like, motherfucker, come on now.
Right?
You had a needle phobia. What shouldn't this have been?
You got a needle phobia because you don't want to get fucking caught. That's what you got.
If you got a phobia, shouldn't that be established on a piece of paper? I mean,
from day one.
Are you new to the sport? Are you new? Are we all new here?
Brand spanking. And what I don't understand is that they wanted Carlos Bernardes to stop the match, let him walk off the court in the middle of the match, and Fognini. And I mean, Carlos was just like, have you seen fucking Fognini? He's going to fuck up this shit out here. I'm just trying to control this situation.
It's not even that, though. It's a part of the rules. If you have an equipment problem and the equipment is your clothing and it's after the match has started, that's an automatic time violation. He was just enforcing the rules. But you know what tennis rules are like. Mythical things that nobody knows about, and nobody, and that's why I'm like, when you're reading Christopher Clary, you're reading all these people, and you're hoping that they're going to give you context to the rules, but no, what do they spend their time talking about? Well, we've had breaks before, and it's really, I mean, it's so fucking chummy. You get them to take it serious.
Exactly. I'm telling you.
What? It's funny that you should mention about equipment failures, about players having these issues with their clothing and stuff. Because I remember a recent incident where a female player had a wardrobe malfunction. She had to finish the game.
Yes.
He was allowed off court to go and fix it. I'm talking about the current #1, Serena Williams.
I remember. And
She had a massive wardrobe. Her bra strap broke.
And let me tell you,
Yelena
you got some boobs, that is a big fucking deal.
She had to stop and get a fan. I have pictures of it. A fan to fix her bra.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yelena Yankovic changed her pants on court.
Yes.
Vidal,
wearing a
get the
change
fuck out of here.
So
Yes.
if women
A
can
woman
do it.
changed her shirt. A woman changed her dress, but the umpire was just like, "You need time to change it." But she said, "No, I already done it." And I think that to tell one recently, that to tell another woman that's like, "You can't do that hair. You cannot do that hair."
Well,
Like,
I mean, you
where-
know that there's
Yeah.
it's just the balance is off because the umpire is supposed to be in charge. They're not in charge. Remember when Federer had his little meltdown the same year Serena had her meltdown at the U.S. Open? Federer, you know, I always love a sassy Federer. I do, because you don't get to see it very often. But he told the umpire, don't tell me to shut up.
But you know
I
what?
say what I want to say.
And he did. And you know what, though? He was right, because what was the issue? Juan Martin Del Potro was waiting too long
Yeah.
to challenge. And
Yeah.
he was like, you can't challenge after the point has been
Yeah,
played.
no, I'm not saying
it
he
was
wasn't
like-
right, but the
but it's
respect
like-
that's supposed to be there as the
It's not
chair,
fair.
the overseer of a match, it isn't existent. The players
I
are
don't like
fucking
it,
in charge,
but it's funny 'cause
obviously.
when
They
I was
don't-
watching
they
the
don't think
Serena
of that.
Vika
Yeah,
match,
they don't think of
they
that
were
way.
saying about the British
Yeah.
Eurosport would say like, oh, they're waiting for Carlo Nudi to give Vika a warning for profanity,
Yeah.
and it didn't happen. But mind you, whenever Andy Murray is there and he's being a potty mouth, they don't ever say they're waiting for the umpire to give him a warning. They just said,
Andy
"Oh,
Murray
sorry
will
for the
drop-
bad language,"
He will drop so many F-bombs.
even when he's winning. And
Yes.
But
but
you know, it's about consistency.
Exactly.
But I don't mind if they're inconsistent. But when you're covering it as a reporter, you talk about the rules first. You don't make this about relationships. There's a rule.
Right.
You should quote that fucking rule. You should pull it out of a rule book. You should put it prominently up at the top of the article and say, you know what? This is what the rules actually say. Because there are lots of fucking tennis rules, and we all can't remember them all. Remember, Djokovic didn't even remember the one about reaching over the net in Miami. So there are lots of particular
and
idiosyncratic
touching the net, but
rules.
Nadal was there to point out to him, he touched the net. They just
No,
said,
that
"Hey,
was
touch
in the
net."
French. No, that was in the French.
I know, I'm just saying.
No, this was over reaching. Well, yeah, that's what. But you know what I mean? It's like give context to the issues. But these reporters are so. It's so embedded
It's
that
really
they
not.
don't
It's-
understand what it looks like. It just looks bad. I don't care if it's your favorite player or your not favorite player. Take a distance and say, you know what? It doesn't look good that a player is basically being told to do their job correctly, and an umpire is being punished for it.
Right.
That's
bullshit.
And how can you have the arbitrator, the impartial person, the chair umpire? How can you get to pick and choose who you want? How is that impartial? Like, how is that? That's the craziest thing.
You know what I think?
Just
I
like,
think this
no,
is
just
what
like-
I've decided. Uncle Tony is like the tennis fucking mafia.
Uncle
Oh, my
Tony.
Lord.
It's Uncle Tony. It's not Tony. It's Uncle Tony. Okay, it's Uncle Tony.
So when he speaks or Rafa speaks, shit gets done. Or you get like a horse head in your bed probably if you're an umpire.
Well, you know what?
You know what I want to happen, and
if he's
it will
part of
happen.
tennis mafia, could he go to Nike and get Nike to make sure he gets some good kits? But anyway, I mean, minimalist.
We didn't have a time to talk about Nike. We have to talk about Nike after because that's some fucking Nike. You're putting some fucking ugly-
yeah.
We all know.
But let me just say, I'm hoping that the rest of the umpires, when they get the Vidal to just fucking move and pull out the rule book. You put that rule book as a Bible on your side and be like, the Vidal, rule number 456, say, 20 seconds, and you went 21, okay?
No,
And
it's not even Dividal. Because that's what I'm saying. Let's get away from it being about Dividal.
It's everybody.
It's everybody. Just rip out when the umpire gives you a warning, say it's rule number 455, 65.
Right?
And then
Absolutely.
you establish it, and then so that the commentators, who are usually idiots if they're John McEnroe, can actually have someone
you
say,
hear? Oh my God, this is crazy. I can't even John McEnroe.
Oh, all right, guys.
I can't even.
In case you were wondering, we'll never have a sponsor.
We might get a sponsor, can't we? I think we can get a couple of sponsors. I think we can get Police Academy 2. St. Andreas Falls, Nike.
Oh my God.
Maybe FIFA. I don't know. FIFA seems gully. We're gully in there.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like the whole organization, everybody below the president is corrupt, but the president is okay. Like,
okay, all right, honey.
Well, on that note,
on that note, yes.
So before we go, let's just have relax. Okay, hold on.
I had a bit of a mini rant, I guess.
Okay.
It's okay. We all rant. We love it.
It's actually tight. We're about like an hour and 50 minutes, but let's just wrap this up. So,
perfect.
For everybody who's here now, let's have your pick for all who's left when the draw remains. Who are your picks for the next week?
Oh man.
That is so.
I'm going last.
All right, so I'm gonna go quickly through the men. I think Novak drops a set to Gasquet just because of the crowd. Rafa drops a set just because Uncle Tony told him to. And I say that Nole gets through Rafa. I think it's early enough for him to do it. I think that Andy Murray goes down to Ferrer, and we get an exciting Nole versus Ferrer semifinal. In which case, Nole implodes under 5 sets. No, I'm kidding.
I'm like, this just keeps getting worse.
Look, I'm not fucking with Andreen. I'm not fucking with Andreen on a men pick. If she says it,
I think we'll be bad though. But I think Kay gets through Tsonga easily. And I hate to say it, but I think Fed gets through Gael Monfils, but Stan has his number because of his legs. And then I think Kay takes care of Stan. So we get a final with Kay versus Nole, with the winner being Kay.
Wow.
I think he's ready. And
wow.
That's a bold prediction, my girl.
I went bold there. And I'm going quickly. I think Serena drops 1 set to Sloane, but Sloane gets spanked in the 3rd. I think Irani gets through Gurgas. Serena gives Irani her ass again. I think Tamia gets through, and I think it's Tamia versus Mitu, and I think we get Serena versus Tamia, which should be a real knockdown, drag-out fun. I think Anna actually gets past Svetlana with a lot of 4-hour plus tennis. And I'm actually going to say that we're going to get an Anna versus Lucie match in the semis, and I think we're going to get Anna. Oh Lord, am I saying that I'm going to get an Anna versus Serena final?
Yeah. And we didn't even have Anna coming out of the first round last week.
Oh shoot! I think that's what I'm saying. I think we get an Anna versus Serena match. Oh Lord, I don't know how I got there. I got there fast though.
Maybe you're still on that crazy train with Kay.
I am. I'm on a crazy train. What say you all? I'm curious.
Karen?
Well, I can only go for the women, but I think Serena gets past Sloane probably in straight sets. I think Serena is rounding into form. No way she drops a set to Sloane, no matter how well Sloane is playing. I think Tamia gets over Petra. Julia Gergis is going to take out Sarah Irani. Yeah, Alice Van AVA.
Alice Van Uvic.
Miss Sunscreen will take out Andrea Mitu.
Ooh.
Yeah. Lucie over Sharapova and Muguruza over Pennetta.
Ooh.
Semis, Anna will take out Svitolina. It's going to be long. It's going to be a long, drawn out, dragged out battle.
Ugly match in some cases.
It's going to be an ugly match. But I see Anna coming out of that side. For the final, it's going to be rough. I'm really thinking Serena in the final. I just don't know who on the other side will actually make it out. I'm really crap at reading draws, to be honest.
It's all fun.
I'm really crap at reading draw, but I think Serena in the final, I just don't know who her opponent is going to be.
Me, I guess, because Janina's gonna go last. I think Slizovina takes out Anna for sure. Anna's gonna show. She's lost 6. She's not won a match against Anna, but you know what? Ain't no time like present. And girl, that's
7 times in a row, right?
Exactly. I lose 7 times, and that semifinal money is $500,000, girl. Get that check. Anna hasn't been here in a long time, and she has been playing sloppy, so I don't trust her form at all. I think Muguruza get past Flavia, and Lucie. I don't know. Maria. She's giving me the struggle narrative, which you think might be cute. She needs this French Open to last for her year to mean anything. And I don't know, but I think whoever gets Lucie or Maria is in the semifinal. And that person gets to the final. I don't think Svitolina is going to get to the final. But she could, but I don't think she would. Serena all the way, I think, to the final. If she keeps her head in. I think Tamia gets across Petra because Petra should have been gone out of here ages ago. You know, Petra, you on borrowed time. You on borrowed time, Petra. I think Allison. I don't know if the sun. Well, it's kind of dark in Paris right about now, overcast. So she might get to the quarters. And Tamia in the semis. And the men's side, I always want to pick Federer, but I gotta be real. I don't know if Federer might get to the semis, but it might be tough for him to get out of the semi. But the semis is cute because, you know, he already gained his point from last year. He made the 4th round. So we're all close to Federer. Divadal all the way. I'm sorry. All these pretenders, all this struggle narrative, it's disgusting. I don't like it. You know, I gotta be real. You know, if you meet Nole, you might win a set. But Divadal will drag your ass and give you a 6-1, 6-2 set.
Oh, that's brutal.
Damn.
That's brutal.
He's gonna get it. Nole, you can try. And then you can talk about your broken crotch afterwards. I think Cilic is gonna get past David, and Cilic is in the semifinals.
Oh my.
Yes, I don't want to believe it, but these things happen. Cilic won a U.S. Open, folks. I'm telling you, he won 7 matches legitimately.
It was not legitimately. Everybody fell early.
Look.
We're not going backwards. Moving on. All right. Oh my God! For the women.
Oh, I love it.
Man, you know what? I don't even know.
Go with your heart, baby.
I am not convinced.
Go with the names. Go with the names. Who do you look on the paper and see? This person's name means they can play good on clay.
I mean, right? Stevens. I gotta go with Stevens then, because it's her favorite surface. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not even sure that Serena's getting through that match. I feel like she will because, for one, it seems like, you know, on some level, her and Venus, they work together, and Stevens took out Venus, so Serena's going to get her, teach her a little lesson. You don't do that. I don't think she gets past Lucie. Or maybe I'm just hoping.
God, we love Lucie suddenly, don't we?
Yeah, I'm just, you know, she's sick. She's not feeling good, and like we talked about, take your chances. Take your chances and pounce. So somebody needs to pounce, but I think Serena wins it all, no matter who she plays. The men, I don't know what's going on over there. I think Federer gets past Monfils, and I think everything that he does from that moment on depends on how he gets through Monfils.
Yeah.
So I can't even go beyond that on that end of the draw. I think Nadal makes it through unless something crazy happens and Sock takes him out. I think if he gets to Novak, Novak's going to choke. And he doesn't choke very often, but he wants this title so damn bad, he's going to choke. Nadal gets to the final, Nadal wins. There's no competition there for him. If somebody else gets to the final, we may have, you know, obviously we have a new winner if Nadal's not there, but we may have a brand new winner because I think if Federer makes it that far and he plays Novak, I think it will be a beautiful, entertaining match. but I think Novak comes out the winner.
Mm.
So that's all I got.
God.
A whole bunch of nothing.
I love it, but you have a heartbreaker. You have a heartbreaker final, man.
I do.
Heartbreaker. I love it. Love it.
But anyway, folks, so that's it. Hope you enjoy our show. Don't forget, you can comment below and text us. Let us know what's going on. Not text us, Twitter, whatever that thing is. Yes. And your friends, if you know someone with money. Okay, so,
Hook us up!
And yes, and let us know what your picks are. Let us know who your picks are. Don't forget to comment below. We'd always love to hear from you. Suggestions, whatever you like, we'd like to hear it. So for good night, good day, folks. Have a good French Open, and see you next Sunday.
Woohoo!
Later.